who knows where I am. I've been needing a new travel mug, one that isn't my backpacking plastic one, and I found this. I was like, I'm gonna wait until I'm on my travels because I want to be able to buy souvenirs, and I might as well buy souvenirs of things that I need so that it's not wasteful. So yeah, welcome to Minnesota. I was on a mission to find a spot where I could avoid and escape the 4th of July crowds, and I had been traveling, just dilly-dallying through North Dakota, entered Minnesota because there wasn't a lot of boondocking in North Dakota, and looking at maps, and I saw state forest, and I was like, that's it, that's where I need to be. I need to go to the state forest. And lo and behold, I am in Lost River State Forest near Warroad, W-A-R-R-O-A-D, Minnesota. And I did go there just to check it out. On my way here, long story, I came and checked out this spot to make sure it was going to work out, and I was like, yeah, this will work. And then I decided to go in and see Warroad because it's on a river, on a lake, and it was the day before the 4th of July and it was packed. But I went in town a couple times. Beautiful lake, and really nice. It's a nice little town. You were scared to death of docs just like a week ago. Some corn, and I've just been chilling out here for, gosh, I don't even know, 5 days maybe. You know, the time just slips by. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna stay put for a day or two, and then like, why would I want to leave? I like it here. So it's been an awesome spot in the Lost River State Forest. So once you start getting away from the west and heading east, you're gonna find a lot more state-owned land in some cases than federal-owned land. There is a national forest here, Superior National Forest. I'm dying to go check that out, so I probably will. And I found this by looking at a map. That's all I did, is I looked at a Google map to see where there was a state forest. There is a free campsites dropped pin several miles from here. I went and checked that out first, even though I didn't think I was going to stay there. Didn't really see much. I didn't want to be there, to be honest with you. I wanted to go explore on my own because I had looked at different parts of the forest on Google Maps, and I used the satellite view to zoom in to look for openings, and I saw this on the map, and I ended up here. And there's not a lot out here because everything is so thick in the east. It gets harder and harder to find clearings that you can camp in. These forests are really mostly used for hunting. So hunting season, and you can see signs of hunting, the things that they hang up to skin and prepare their kill or whatever that's called. Yeah, so there's a couple of those around. I've explored the roads, but it's been beautiful. Like I said, I've been here 4 or 5 days. I've seen 2 OHVs come through. One came through yesterday, and they look like some old locals, and they're not used to seeing boondockers out here, especially probably this time of year. Like I said, I think the forest is mostly hunting. They keep it open for hunting, and nobody wants to come out here. They all have their own sprawling pieces of property. So dispersed camping just doesn't seem to be as popular in this part of the country, and once you start moving east. And I think part of it is the bugs have been really bad, biting flies first, then ticks, and then mosquitoes. And I've learned how to manage all of them. The ticks we've gotten, so they're not that much of a problem. I'm still finding them crawling on me, but I'm finding them outside. I'm brushing off Sadie diligently every time she comes inside. We're spraying everything down with both alcohol, sometimes alcohol. I'm alternating between rubbing alcohol on my bed, especially because I don't want them in my bed. And I haven't had any in my bed since that first night I discovered that we had a big tick infestation, and that was in North Dakota. Haven't found one in my bed since. So we've been spraying things down pretty much with straight rubbing alcohol because they kill ticks instantly. And then apple cider vinegar, thank you Richard, is supposed to be a repellent. And so I spray myself down with alcohol when I go outside. Actually, I put a couple drops of lavender in it too. Lavender is also a repellent. And I've been spraying Sadie with that. So here's my my challenge. No matter what I do, I get 1,000 opposing views on what I do. So I talk about essential oils. 1,000 people say, oh my God, no, they're toxic. I do a video and I say, no, you can't use essential oils. They're toxic. And I get 1,000 people say, no, they're not. You can use them. These are the ones you can use. No, see, I know veterinarians. And then while, of course, I never take anything anybody tells me, I research it. There's research, of course, to support both sides. Anyway, so I'm back on the side of, I've actually been looking at tick deterrents, all natural tick deterrents for pets, and they do use essential oils. So I'm going to just be careful. A couple drops of lavender isn't going to kill her. A couple drops of peppermint. Got to be careful also. Dog sense of smell is like, what, 100 times ours? So if I can smell lavender on me, imagine what it smells like to her. So I'm just kind of using it. I'm being very careful about how I use it. But it's been really helping. I also put it's up now because I'm getting ready to go, but I put my mat out, my rug outside, and I'd get up in the morning and I'd spray that with apple cider vinegar all around the perimeter to try to keep ticks away, at least from my immediate surroundings. And like I said, when I go out, I usually try to have shorts on so that if a tick gets on me, I can see it and I can brush it off. Nothing black. They're attracted to dark. Been checking her diligently, spraying her down, washing her. Before I go inside, if I go for a walk, especially if I'm going through grass, I actually stand at my door and strip down, shake out all my clothes, and then go in and put different clothes on. So those are all the things I've been able to do to control the ticks, and it's been working. It's been working. Still found a couple inside, but definitely not like I did that first infestation, I'll call it that we had where I first discovered that, yep, we're in tick territory. So it's been manageable. And then it was the mosquitoes. And I put the screens on my windows in the front. I bought some mesh, but I don't know, they're still getting in really bad. So I'm going to have to figure that out. I did have some holes in my screens from Sadie Girl chasing flies against them, and I did fix those, but they're still coming in. So yeah, welcome to bugs. I love Minnesota. People are so friendly. I mean, the people are so friendly. I mean, I love the people, and I love the forest. I've been driving around quite a bit of forest. Maybe it's just this state forest I drove through a lot looking for camping. And there's a lot of private property in the forest, really remote. I'm thinking maybe I could live here. Maybe I could live here. Started looking at property to see, if I could get cheap property here. And there is some. But I don't know. Now that the weather is better. When I first got here, it was in the 90s. And it was horrible. Even though it was supposed to get cooler, I thought, well, we can handle 90, and it was really bad. Even 90 with the humidity is really, really bad. And the last couple of days, it's been in the 60s. It's been perfect. It's been beautiful. So today, I am heading into Bemidji. I'm very excited to get my mail. I had my mail forwarded. So, yeah, moving on. But I thought I'd show you this spot. Keep thinking Bigfoot's in there somewhere. I haven't seen any wildlife. Nothing. No squirrels, no chipmunks, no bunnies, no deer. Haven't seen anything. Sadie has. You have, huh? What you been chasing? She goes in these bushes and just plays for an hour. I don't know what she's on. I'm not going in there to see, but she has a ball. Huh. So Lost River State Forest. I'm just about 3 miles from the Canadian border. I know I have a lot of Canadian viewers. Hi, Canadian viewers! And I'm only 3 miles from the border. So, yeah, it's been a nice spot. Really quiet. A little bit of a train, kind of far away. There is a shooting range. I don't know, a few miles away, I think, from here. It's kind of a nice one. I drove in it. It's really nice. It's like a non-profit, and it's really nice. And I've heard that only a couple of times. But yeah, so getting ready to hit the road. Just thought I would show you. I shot a video, intro or outro. What did I shoot? I shot a video from here, and I'm like, if you want to know where this is, subscribe. So this is where it is. Lost River National State Forest in Minnesota. Minnesota. I can't say it, but I love their accent. All right. See you down the road. See you at our next stop. And I love my new mug, although it's hard to drink my coffee. It keeps it so hot so long. I'm like, I just want a big gulp of coffee. It's still hot. What do you think? You want to go? Come on. You want to go? Come on, let's go. Want to hit the road? Goodbye, Lost River. Goodbye, trees. Thank you for letting us stay here. Goodbye, chipmunks. You'll be happy to see us go. Thanks for a lovely stay. The roads have been really good for the most part. There was one road up here that was washboarded, and I've been on a lot of gravel and a lot of dirt roads, and there's very little washboarding, which is really, really nice. So it's kind of weird, you know, considering all the bad weather they get here, that the roads are better than they are in the desert. You know, the man-made roads, the gravel and dirt roads that are graded. Well, these aren't graded. Maybe that's why. Oh yeah, there's no signs that these are graded. Maybe that's why they're not washboarded. So it's been nice. I like Minnesota. And with climate change, I'm thinking ahead. I'm thinking about, you know, I don't want to live in the South. Things are going to get really, really hot. And there's a lot of water here for now. Want to go see something new? Want to go to a new spot? Yeah, we're going to go to a new spot. New places to explore. The land of 10,000 lakes. 'Tis the land of 10,000 lakes. For now. You just chilling? You look really comfortable. What do you think? I know, I just fed you, and then we drove again. We don't usually do that. This is another one of those wayside rest areas, and it's got a playground, it's got picnic tables, and it's got hookups to camp here, electrical hookups, and it looks like this one is free. I'm just outside of Grida, I don't remember. I don't even know what highway I'm on. 80? Am I on 89 still? Still heading to Bemidji, so I thought this was a nice place to stop and have my oatmeal. Oatmeal with strawberries, macadamia milk, sunflower seeds, and sesame seeds. Those are prescribed by my doctor for my second half of my hormone regimen. 2 weeks of this with my funky tea. Humidity's not bad today at all. It's a great place for lunch. Breakfast, lunch. Oh, I see a picnic table under a tree. And that's where Sadie is. Blue. Used to be blue, a blue house. Wow. I want to live here. It's all shut up. look it up, see what it is. I wonder if it was a school. Oh, look at the old bed spring. So that would tell me no, not a school. No windows. Couldn't have been a house. There's no windows. Look at this. I bet it was a school. How come there's no windows? That's weird. There's no windows. Of course, this is Minnesota. I bet it was a school. Wow. Or just a church. Maybe it was just a church. Yeah, churches don't really have windows. Wow. What an awesome stop though, right? I'm tempted to stay here, but I guess I've seen everything there is to see. Time to move on. I'm only an hour from Bemidji. Church and school, right? Yeah, that's what they used to be. Well, that looks like an outhouse. Yep. What you doing, happy girl? Telling you I love Minnesota. It makes me feel nostalgic for my childhood, the old lady that I am now. But this is kind of what I remember being a kid. I grew up in a rural area of New York, Pennsylvania, and Vermont. And but mostly I remember, what do I mostly remember? Pennsylvania and New York, I guess. Yeah, when I was real little. And my aunts and uncles had houses with lots of land. We always rented, because we were poor people. And yeah, land. And I remember playgrounds like this and rural roads like this. Simpler, slower, and it's actually rubbing off on me. I'm traveling slower. I don't ever remember traveling this way where I'm like, I just don't care. I'm just gonna stop when I feel like stopping, see what I want to see. I've said this before in videos, I'm usually point A to point B, and even when I do stop along the way, it's always been a little rushed. I don't know, it's very different this year. Maybe it's just being on the road so long, I've finally let go of that. It takes a long time to undo 50 years of indoctrination, or even 20 or 30 years of indoctrination, and how many of us are go, busy, gotta go on to the next thing, and you've got to-do lists and tasks, and you gotta succeed, and you gotta push. I think every year I let go of a little bit more of that. I don't think you can let it go in a year, to be honest with you. I mean, people who retire, I think, can relate to that. The challenge when you first retire of finding purpose and meaning and not getting bored, learning how to just slow down. I guess it kind of depends on what you retire from, but this year feels very different for me. Maybe also just after the pandemic last year, not traveling that much. Well, I didn't during the summer, but then I did when I went up through Wyoming and Montana. Or maybe it's just the vibe of this part of the country that's just rubbing off on me. I love it. I love Minnesota. And it's really nice today. It's like 70, maybe 75. There's not even any bugs right here. Nice breeze. It's awesome. But why would I stay here? There's a lot more to see, so I think I'm going to go. This was a nice break. Nice place for breakfast and lunch.
Stories of the day on KOJB 90.1 FM, The Eagle.
Hi, I have a general delivery package to pick up.
Carolyn here.
Yes.
Okay. There we go.
Awesome. Easy peasy. Love it when it works out. And it usually does. Next stop, some grocery shopping. One of you, somebody in my audience, said that there's an amazing food co-op here in Bemidji. So I'm going to stop there. It's always fun to stop at local co-ops and good food markets. Ooh, deli. Ooh, maybe I'll be able to get something pre-made. That's always a treat. All right, so I got some wraps and some tofu and some crackers and some produce. I think just a couple more things. Maybe some kombucha. Now it's time to take Sadie for a walk, explore the waterfront. The city of Bemidji sits on the edge of Lake Bemidji, and it boasts that it's a historically charming, progressive, and beautiful North Woods city. The 18-foot Paul Bunyan statue has been in the city park of Bemidji on the shore of Lake Bemidji since its construction in 1937, and Babe the Blue Ox statue was created around the same time. Originally, the ox statue was used in parades and shows to promote Bemidji as a tourist destination. Good morning, Bemidji. Gotta tell you, I'm falling in love with Minnesota more and more every day. I decided to just stay at the state park. This is Lake Bemidji State Park, just outside of the town of Bemidji, like 15 minutes maybe just 10 minutes. It's really close. And I got in a little, I was really tired yesterday. I was exhausted by early, and I wanted to see more of the town, but I was too tired. So I figured I would just come out and stay. It was Thursday night. It's full tonight. So I was lucky to get a spot just for one night. And it was $7 vehicle permit, like a lot of state parks in this part of the country, $7 vehicle permit. And then I just got a site without electricity because I didn't need it. And so it was $31 altogether. I've got a dump station, took a shower last night, and a place to sleep close to town. The sites are a little closer together than I like. I can see them. The ones across the road are the really closest ones, and I got one of the better ones, I think, but they're kind of tight, so I don't know about bigger rigs in some of these spots. They've got a lot of campgrounds, a lot of campsites here, and so I'm gonna go back to downtown today, do maybe a little bit more exploring, maybe not, I haven't decided yet. And let me see, what else? It's a beautiful state park. I'll show you around. Got a shower. The shower sucked. It was sucky, lukewarm, which was a huge disappointment. I mean, I wanted a hot shower. I should have just probably taken a shower inside my rig. That way I could have had all the hot water I wanted, but it's easier, really, honestly, just to take a shower. I have to clean out my shower, and then this is the other thing. Not only do I have to clean all the stuff out of it because I use it for storage, every time I shower, I then have to wipe it down because I don't want mold or anything, so I have to wipe it down, and I don't know, just the sound of my water pump working that hard, I would just rather pay somebody, not pay somebody. Yeah, we'll pay a park and get a shower. So let me show you around. A lot of you always ask you first. My shirt. I've said it in the first video. I think I told you. Yeah. So this was a recommendation from somebody in the Friendly Nation Club on Facebook. They saw this and they thought of me, and it says, if you don't like me and watch everything I do, let's face it, you're a fan. Because yes, you wouldn't believe how many trolls watch me and comment on every video just to insult me or put me in my place. And they see that. You guys see the comments that I get all the time. So this is the campsite. It's pretty. I'm making buckwheat pancakes before I get out of here. Oh, and look at my cup. I think I already showed you my cup. My new travel mug. And it keeps coffee so hot that I can't even drink it as fast as I want. And it's a little noisy. It's right on the lake. Sadie and I walked down to the lake. I'll show you in a minute. I'm really close to the lake, which is really nice. There's swimming and boating and everything. And it's not a quiet park. Because it's summer, you know, but last night, 10:30, 11 o'clock, there were fireworks. So, just as I was about to doze off, boom, 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 there were fireworks. And, yeah, you know, I'm enjoying actually staying in campgrounds and parks, kind of getting socializing and stuff. And, it's less buggy. The weather has been perfect, beautiful, cool. The humidity's been low. They're having a dry spell here, just like so many other places. We did have some record highs. Let me go in and check my pancakes. Looking good. So what did I put in these? I do it different all the time. They always say, like the professional chefs, to say they make terrible bakers because they don't like to measure anything. I don't measure anything, but this is something I had in a bowl. I think it was oat. Sometimes I had buckwheat groats. I think it was oats. So it's a little bit of oat flour, buckwheat flour, a teaspoon of baking soda, a flax egg, actually 2 flax eggs. I use a lot of flax. Half a banana. I mashed up a banana and threw it in with the flax. And my favorite milk these days is Milkadamia, unsweetened. And a little bit of salt. And that's it. That's my pancakes. And then I'll probably I've been putting my vegan butter on them and just eating them like that. I did put a little stevia in here. I have a whole bunch of stevia, which, as you know, is poison to dogs. And so I'm really careful about how I use it, making sure I remember there's stevia in here, so don't feed it to Sadie. Not that she eats a lot of people food, but so I did throw a little stevia, and it's nice to have a little sweetness once in a while. And, yeah. Oh boy, she's chasing something. Are the squirrels teasing you again? She's a hyper little girl. Obsessed with hunting. Okay, let's go for a little walk before we hit the road. It's really quiet this morning, making a liar out of me. But see, some of the sites aren't too bad. There's some privacy. This is the furthest loop. And it's the smallest, narrowest, you know, like if you're in a bigger rig, it might be hard to camp back here, but it's not too bad. It's pretty and green. They have cabins. They have lots of hiking trails. I like state parks. State parks are always my favorite to stay in. I think they do a really good job. And I'm realizing that by boondocking, I might be missing out on the best of some of the places that I travel to, because they save the best for paid parks oftentimes, you know. I mean, yeah, there's pros and cons to everything. you want to see, you know, like a nice lake, and camp on a nice lake, that means you have to put up with the noise and the people but you know, there are a lot of beautiful things that I miss out on because I just absolutely refuse to stay in campgrounds. I think I'm going to change that. I'm thinking there's a lot in the south that I probably would like to see and maybe start staying in more campgrounds. It's not killing me to people. All right, gonna dump my tanks. The new hose is working great.
That's the biggest one yet. That's the biggest one ever.
Lake Bemidji. This is the waterfront at the state park. It's a beautiful big lake. It's really, really pretty. And Bemidji actually got its name from a Native American name, which I'm not even going to try to pronounce for you. But the meaning of the Native American lake was water that waters run through, because the Mississippi River runs through Lake Bemidji. And Bemidji is the first city on the Mississippi River. So I crossed the Missouri a little while ago, and now I'm at the beginning of the Mississippi, basically the beginning of the Mississippi River. And yeah, pretty cool. I feel like I'm east. Smells like poop right here though, like human poop, which scares me a lot. Want me to do it again? 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 Go get it! We have a water dog. I don't need no stinking ball. She chases sticks now. Want to do it again? 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 Further! Go get it! Girl. She's a happy girl. You a happy girl? Are you a happy girl? Throw it again? Where is it? What'd you do? There it is. Can we do it again? Can we do it again? Can we do it again? We can do it? We can throw it? We can throw it? We can throw it? Come on. I don't know if you can hear this guy out here. Hang on. Oh, shoot. Where are they? Fishing. And I think it's Grandpa. Because I feel like I heard him say something earlier about getting a picture with Grandpa. But he's like a one-man cheering section for the whole family for fishing. And he's got like a loud, like, deep, like, old-timey voice. I know, I don't know if that makes any sense, but he's fun. Don't know if I'd want to listen to it all day, but I don't know. I can imagine if he was my dad, I'd be like, oh my God, Dad, shut up. Yeah, as soon as I turned on the camera, he stopped. Well, when they get another fish, he'll go. There he is. There he is. He's having fun with his grandkids. Like Tucson Sam. No, Sam. Yosemite Sam, or yeah, that's what he sounds like. Like one of those old cartoon characters. A lot of trails. You hear them? So we're at Q. Where is Q? What you doing? The population of the city of Bemidji is 15,000, but within 70, I think it was 75 square miles, there's like 100,000. And the pamphlet that I picked up about Bemidji was basically like a Chamber of Commerce or an economic development pamphlet. They really are pushing growth. It's been growing for years, and they keep wanting to attract people. I'm seeing lots of art downtown. There's a whole sculpture thing going on. Street corners have really cool sculptures. So if you like art, it's right on the lake. I like it here a lot. It's got a state university, Bemidji State University. The pamphlet really talks it up. The low temperatures in the winter aren't even that bad. 20 is the average high, 0 is the average low. That might be bad. The doggy, Fido. There we go, look at that. Want to start a business? Wow. What an awesome building. It's for sale. Wow. Oh, that whole thing, it's humongous. Wow. Crossing the mighty Mississippi. Here we go. Look at that. I'm east of the Mississippi. Oh yeah. Oh, bummer. I missed the Chief Bemidji statue. I wanted to go visit that and I forgot. Ugh, oh well. Alright, saying goodbye to Bemidji. Goodbye, Bemidji. On to our next stop. Where will we end up?
On the way to 3 o'clock, and if you have an update from SRN News.
I don't know. It sounds sounds like something I did as a teenager. That's so funny. Well, this is nice and quiet. This looks like a good spot to spend a few days. Wasn't too hard to find in another state forest. Must be a fire somewhere. Weird glow to the sun all day. Well, it's a pretty spot, but our stay is going to be short-lived. There's swampy water all around us. The mosquitoes and the flies are just horrible. So unfortunately, we gotta move on.
Flies are terrible, huh, little girl? Poor girl. Driving her nuts. We can't go out for a walk. It's been terrible here. Huh, we're gonna move tomorrow.